Welcome to the contour tutorial on how to edit and download plans from image-based planning. In order to edit a plan, you need to select a plan that's already been created, and if you hover over the three dot icon, you'll see that you can either edit or delete the plan. If you click on edit, you are taken through the steps of building the plan where you can edit at each point. Had we picked a plan that had been based on an NDVI map, we would have been taken to the window where you can pick the image, you can change the image, and as you click through, you will then have required fields that you need to change. You can add or remove fields from a plan in this window by simply either selecting a field on the map or the left-hand side and checking or unchecking the tick box. If you add or remove fields to a plan or change an image, you will be required to recalculate when we get to that stage. So today we're going to edit a plan that's previously been made, and you can see we've got two fields in this plan. I'm happy with my choice of two fields, so I'm going to click next, and I'm taken through to the plan builder window. At this point I can edit anything from target max and min rates to the number of bands if you're on an NDVI image, or the strategy of seed deployment that I've picked. So we're going to start off simply by editing a polygon. So on the mapping window on the right hand side, if I zoom into the area and I click on a polygon, you will see that I have reverted back to the dotted line. If I click again, you'll see that interim points have been added, and at this point I can hover over a point and drag it to change where that point is dropped, like so. Once I'm happy with the polygon, I can left click and the polygon will be saved. I can add additional polygons to a previously made plan by clicking the polygon icon and drawing over an area. Again, I can jump back into that polygon and edit an area by clicking and then dragging. Or I can delete a polygon if it's no longer required. If you add a polygon with two fields side by side and you go over the boundary into the next field, it will generate a new polygon for that field, and it will clip the polygon to the boundary, as you can see here. If I've done this by accident and I wish to remove a polygon in another field, simply click, so you end up with the orange dotted line, and then click delete, and that polygon will be removed from the plan. If I edit a polygon at any point, I do need to go back down to the polygon menu, maybe change the rate, and update the plan. This is applicable if I've changed any rates within this window. Once I'm happy with any changes that I've made, I simply click next. I can rename the plan if need be, so I may want to rename this as edited or amended. And I click Save Changes, and I'm taken back to the Plan Picker menu. If I wish to now download a plan, with maybe one I've just edited or a previously made plan and the farmer's ready for it, I click on the download icon, and on the right hand side you'll see a dropout which allows me to download either reports or GPS files. Reports is fairly straightforward, and I just simply click download, and depending on the size of the download, it will take between 30 seconds and 2 to 3 minutes. If I wish to download the GPS files for the farmer's control box, I have several options. On the drop down of file types, I can simply click shapefile, which is a standard shapefile which can be dropped into any formatted folder on any card. Or I can pick from the pre-selected file types. These file types, once clicked on, will be generated in the format for that control box. And all I need to do is simply pick one, set the default rates, where you'll have loss of GPS. This is where if a GPS box loses signal, instead of not applying a rate, it will apply a rate that you've predetermined. and an outer boundary rate, which I may want it to do if my field boundary is incorrect, so the drill doesn't turn off. I then click download files, and again, depending on the size of the plan and the amount of files contained, can take between 30 seconds and 2 to 3 minutes. Once files have downloaded, they will either appear in your download window in your taskbar, or will pop up in the bottom of the Chrome window if you still have it open. I can now see that I've got my task data folder, which is the correct format for a fent box, and copy and then paste onto the memory stick for the controller. Once I've finished with the download window, simply exit out and you'll be taken back to the plan tool where you can pick another plan to download. 2, 1. Once you're happy with any changes that you have made, you can either update the plan, or if you require to bulk adjust either up or down to a predetermined amount, you do so in the Adjust Plans Total page. This is particularly useful where drilling has been delayed and you wish to adjust the whole prescription by a set percentage. So in this example, we might want to add 20% more seed because we are in a situation where our drilling has been delayed due to weather. So I put 120% in the prescription, let that adjust, and you'll see that my rates have gone up accordingly, but the variation between the rates, the parameters we've set, will stay the same. I can then click Next, rename the plan if need be, so I may want to change this to Amended or Edited, save changes, and then download the plan.